Eads Mill. We're in the Bluestone River Gorge. Water's kind of low right now. Under the Turnpike Bridge. Impressive structures. So if you look off to the left at the top, you can see the Princeton sandstone. We just drowned through. The section's not all that well exposed, but this is the type Eads Mill member of the Bluestone Formation below the Princeton. Hinton Formation, I'm sorry, below the Princeton. We'll walk up through. Basically, what you see at the bottom, intermittently we have a tidal ripple bedded, what in the old days they called the Falls Mill sandstone, and go into a bivalve bearing grayish, dark gray shale with a limestone with full marine fossils on top of that. And then we go through a black shale sequence that you can find occasional bugs in. And above that there's another limestone, that what we call the toadstool limestone, that weathers with toadstool formations on it. Have a lot of marine fossils. It's basically a calcarenite. And above that you go to grade shale. That is around here. It's actually, the top's truncated by the Princeton. Now if you remember the stop we were at yesterday, where there was a lot more section above the Eads before the Princeton came down at the Athens exit. Around Princeton there's 4 or 5 sections we were able to find where we had a good 100 feet between the top of the Eads and the base of the Princeton. The Princeton was thinner. The thicker the Princeton gets, deeper the Paleon Valley in size, the more erosion there was. But just a few miles outside of Princeton, which we will see next, we will not see the Princeton sandstone. It'll be absent. So we're going to try to work, this road is narrow, so we're going to work our way up carefully. We'll stop a few places where I think we can let people around and jump out and look briefly. I was going to spend more time here. I don't think it's safe with this many vehicles. And walk all the way up through here and all the way back will take inordinate amount of time. So let's move on up the road here a little bit. We've pulled up above the bottom of the Eads. We're at the Pluto limestone. There's 2 limestones within the Eads Mill member. In the Ridgewood County report, the bottom one was the Pluto, and the top one they called the Terry. Unfortunately, when you go to the type Pluto coal, which is at the bottom of the whole sequence, is not this coal. They had it wrong. But so we're going to look briefly at the limestone. We should be able to find all kinds of goodies in it. Then we'll move up and hopefully we'll be able to look at the Terry limestone also in the intervening shale between them and see what we can find. We're just trying to give you all an idea of what these marine units look like, so as you carry north in your mapping, could be useful information. Okay, welcome to the Terry limestone. It has a very pure, maybe 9-inch to a foot thick calcarenite loaded with fossil fragments that weathers in the joint patterns. Characteristically looks like toadstools, hence the informal name, the toadstool limestone. And as you go above it in the Terry, it becomes more clayey, but it's very fossiliferous. It has crinoids, brachiopods, lots of rugose corals. Some layers are actually, they seem to be in life orientation. It's a very characteristic unit near the top of the Eads.